A lot of people have been asking me how to play ZED in laning phase, and today we are going to talk about that. In this video we are going to talk about runes, ZED weaknesses and strengths, roaming, and at the end I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that you can use while playing ZED in laning phase. I take different runes on ZED depending on the matchup, but I most often take this rune page. Taste of Blood can help you sustain in lane easier, especially if you play against a poke champion. Also, I mostly take Relentless Hunter on ZED, because it can help you roam faster and it gives you better map presence. Secondary, I take Inspiration, specifically Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight. I really like to take Magical Footwear on ZED because you don't really need boots early, since you have a lot of mobility with your W, ultimate and even flash. Instead of buying boots, you can spend your extra gold to buy another longsword, which gives you plus 10 AD, which is really good to snowball your lead. I take Cosmic Insight because Zed's W cooldown is really long and that extra cooldown reduction can help you a ton. Later, you will get cooldown reduction on every lethality item, such as Ghostblade and Edge of Night. You also get a reduced cooldown on your Flash and Ignite, which is really good. Zed is one of the weakest champions in the mid lane before level 6. The thing that you want to do in laning phase with Zed before level 6 is trying to get as much minions as you can with your Qs and auto attacks while dodging as much poke as you can. One good strategy that you can do is let your opponent push you under your turret and wait for your jungler to come to gank. You can follow up easily because Zed's W range is really big and you have a pretty good slow with E. So my best advice to you when you are still not level 6 is to play really passive and not aggressive. Try to get as much minions as you can, and if you are losing in CS early, don't worry because you can still catch up. If you didn't already back and your HP is low, don't bother trying to kill them. Go back, buy a dirk and a longsword if you have enough gold. When you finally get your level 6 on ZED, you actually become a League of Legends champion. This is a huge power spike for ZED in laning phase and you have a huge kill pressure at this point. Start pressuring your opponent by poking them with your W. When they are low enough and when you think the time is right, you can ult them and pick up an easy kill. Zed is one of the best champions for roaming because of his high mobility. Also, if you have Relentless Hunter in your runes like I do, feel free to roam more, and if you think that you can't make anything out of a roam, it's not so bad going back to your lane since you have a lot of movement speed. The time when you want to roam is up to you. You usually want to start roaming when you play against an extremely passive laner who just plays under turret like Lux and Xerath, which you know you can't kill because they have barrier and they are full HP. Before you go to a different lane, push the wave under their turret and you are good to go. The best lane that you can roam is of course bot lane, so focus on roaming to that lane. Now I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks that I use while playing ZED in laning phase. The first trick is called the surprise level 6. When you are close to getting your level 6, place your W in front of your enemy. Since you are level 5, they are still confident enough to get close to you. So the thing that you want to do is kill 1 or 2 minions quickly before your W expires, so you can swap to them and surprise them with your level 6. Do you know the feeling when you are playing ZED against an extremely passive laner who just farms under turret? It's really boring and you can't really turret dive them to kill them. The thing that you want to do in this situation is to just camp in the side bush. Ideal for you would be to have a pink ward there, but if you don't, it's also okay. On that way your opponent doesn't really know where you are and he's probably thinking that you went roaming, and that's why he starts pushing the wave under your turret. You just need to wait for them to use one of their abilities to farm the wave and then just go all in on them. That's everything from me. I hope you liked this video and maybe learned something new. Thank you for watching and see you next time.